Welcome, podcast listeners. It is episode number 322, not 322, not like you're not getting a free ballet outfit. It's 322. It is the Fret Talk podcast. You are joined by your host, a husky sounding Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You are also joined this week by, oh my gosh, who is that? It is Josh.
Good evening, ladies and gentleberries.
Good evening, indeed. Or good morning. Like, watch out for the road, because you're listening in your car. That's standard fare. We're also joined this week by Mr. Matt Quine. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah, he did the thing. Start as we need to get on. Right, I'm gonna give us a little sponsored segment right now, because I feel we've been segueing into this one a lot more smoothly recently. Just ignore like 2 weeks ago. So this week we are sponsored by affordable.co.uk. Affordable bring you pedals from DemonFX, JSA Effects, Mosky, Joyo, and Caline, all at amazing prices. They're a UK company with all of their stock ready to ship in fantastic recyclable packaging. Check them out at affordable.co.uk. Yeah, definitely do that. They've got recently the dual gun back in, which I like that pedal.
And the Andy Timmons.
The dual gun's not the Andy Timmons.
No, the Angry Charlie that's also back in stock as of today. Ooh. Or as of Thursday.
Yeah, that one's been quite popular on my channel. I think we're somewhere near about 2-3K on that video, and it was only released like 2 weeks ago. So people are into that. So yeah, check it out. It's based very, very loosely on the MI Crunch box. But yeah, you're talking high gain tones. Anyway, let's talk about some things that are going on in the guitar world this week. Do we want to start off with some news, or do we want to start off with what we've been up to? You know what?
I think we started with some big news.
So you want to go big news? You want to go big
news?
Big
Is there
news.
any?
Well, we've got 4 bits of news. If you want to start big news, we'll take the V. We're gonna go Victory to start off with, because why not? So Victory, they're usually your wheelhouse, aren't they, Josh? They're a company that you're
yeah, they are
quite into.
Not going to lie.
Yeah, like a modern amp company, and they this week have released the VX Kraken Mark II. So Kraken, of course, again, like very much your wheelhouse, because it's Rabea Massad's signature amp, isn't it?
Yeah, it's his signature, but it's not his signature. Like, it's all based around his sound, how he got his sound. But it's not actually classed as a signature amplifier, but it is. It's a weird one.
Is it not? I thought it was. But there you go. So I think the idea behind the Kraken was you've got two kind of gain tones built in with it. I mean, you've got like a 5150 style sound and a more classic Marshall-y style. Actually based on the JVM 410. Well, there you go. However, the Mark II have made it a little bit different, haven't they? So they have added a clean tone. Like, if you were going for the Kraken, the clean tone isn't the thing that you're going for, is it? But they've listened, and they've added like a clean tone, which is both switchable or on a 3-way toggle, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think, let's have a look.
Which, like, you know, you could get your clean tones with it through the, like, gain 1, the Marshall-y style sound. You know, you would just back that off and use that as your kind of like a driven tone, roll off your volume, and you've got a clean. So it is kind of good having a dedicated channel for that now. But, you know, if you can't get a clean tone by backing off a heavy crunch, then you're doing something wrong.
Well, like if you're using like really pushed pickups, if you're using like active pickups, it's going to be a bit more difficult to attain those really sparkly cleans. So they've basically made it possible through, and it's on gain 1, so it is on that like Marshally channel, but they've made it so that you can completely clean it up. Which, why was it not a thing before? I don't know, but it's definitely a thing now, and it's foot switchable or controlled by the thing on the front. You've also got a presence control attached to it now with a presence shift switch and assignable dual master volume. It seems like it's little tweaks, doesn't it? They've not like completely reworked the Kraken, but they've kind of.
I was watching the video with Martin and Rabia, and they said like, they never wanted to add a presence amp, dial to the amp because they felt like they never needed it, and then all of a sudden they've added one.
Yeah, maybe it's something that they might not necessarily have wanted, but people might have been asking for. Which, fair enough. You give the people what they want, don't they? They've not completely reworked it. It's still the same beast. So you're still getting the core sound that people are used to with the Kraken, but they've made it into a slightly more versatile machine now. So it's no longer just all about the kind of the crushing metal tones, but is actually a much more versatile thing. So it might actually start appealing to a wider audience now, rather than just the metal crowd.
Unfortunately, there is one big con with this amp.
Go on, what was that?
And I hate to say it because I like the amps, but the biggest con is the price.
Yeah, they're not cheap, are they? They're not cheap. They are. Let's have a look. So they're £419 for the lunchbox style, so like the folded metal style one. But they're also
£419. Sorry, £419. I'm going to get one now.
£1,419, should I say? And they're now doing them in the compact head version as well. So like the wooden box enclosures, which I know Matt would be quite happy about, because he's always ragging on the lunchbox style heads, saying they look like toys. So they're offering the like a small version of a head, but like a wooden enclosure one, and they're offering that at $15,799. So, I mean,
which is not cheap. Let's be honest, for a 50-watt head.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're getting much more from the big boys, aren't you? So from Marshall, if you're talking, I'm not even sure they do 50 watt anymore, do they? Like 50 watt heads. They're doing like the 20 watt, like studios.
Yeah, they did the DSL 50. Well, I don't know whether that's still anything anymore. And
yeah, they do the DSL. Let's have a double check of it actually, because I'd be interested to see what the
it definitely seems like now that most of the companies now are doing either kind of like 20 watt, 50 watt, and then hundreds.
Yeah, so it's the Origin 50 is £479. So basically grand less. Shit. And then the DSL 100 is $679. So yeah, it's a tough sell. It's a tough sell. But
yeah,
yeah, you know.
Apologies, I just disappeared. Are we still on the victory?
We are, yeah. I was just saying how you'll appreciate the fact that they're putting it into an actual box now, rather than the.
I think they're doing both, aren't they? Didn't I read that they're doing a tin can one and a wood one?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So they're doing their standard one, but they're now doing the appeased matte version.
Yeah.
So they have.
But they're adding like 200 or 300 quid on at the price from taking it out of a tin can and putting in some wood.
Yeah, it's an extra like 150 basically, I think.
Yeah.
Which
like in terms of like, I assume you were talking about Marshall equivalents at the moment, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
the other option is like, is it Studio Classic that's basically a JCM 800, which is like 849. That came out at the same time as the Studio Vintage. I think it's Studio Classic. And again,
I was trying to think about what one's on the 50 watt.
Yeah, Studio Classic JCM 800.
But again, that's 20 rather than 50 watts. So you'd have to go DSL, or I assume they've probably got some sort of JCM somewhere in the lineup.
It's really hard to find a 50 watt Marshall.
Can you imagine saying that 5 years ago?
Yeah, it's really hard to find a Marshall that's not over 50 watt. Yeah. So in the DSL range, they're doing the 1H, so like 1 combo, 1 head, 5 combo, 20 combo, and 20 head. So they're not even doing like anything more than that. I'm sure that I saw 100 for sale though, like PMT. So that must be old stock. But then, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, people are asking for smaller wattage, but then like these Victories also do. I think they like scale down to 9 watts, which if you want to be able to crank it a little bit, but then not be absolutely ripping your head off with 50 watts worth of loud. Yeah. But
yeah, like my struggle with Victory is the price point they sit in kind of is in the middle of no man's land. It's between, like we've talked about, the Marshalls of that kind of ilk, and there are Fender heads out there that are coming in at just under $1,000, and your traditional amp brands are either that sub $1,000 or closer to 2 for likes of Messer, for Two Rock, Friedman, the more boutique, for want of a better word. And they kind of sit in the middle, and I guess they're going for that boutique level, but because they're not quite as big a name brand, undercutting it slightly. But
yeah, so if you go for the Friedman Runt, which is 20 watts rather than 50, but 2-channel, 20 watt head in a wooden box, $1,499. So
it's pretty much direct competitor with that, but obviously it's got more headroom than that for the brand new clean channel. Smiley face.
Yeah, the thing that you definitely want.
Yeah, the thing that everybody wants when they buy a high gain head is that clean channel. Yeah, absolutely.
Go on, let's see what the Dirty Shirley is, isn't it? Dirty Shirley.
Yeah, they've also got the pink taco.
Yeah.
So Dirty Shirley's 40 watts, and that's 2649. So yeah.
I mean, the Dirty Shirley's a bit more classic voiced, but yeah, the pink taco will be the same price, and
yeah, the mini Dirty Shirley is $1,499 as well. No, I assume
surely not.
That's a 20.
Yeah, it is a 20. The mini Shirley's the one I've tried.
Yeah,
they sound great, but again, slightly different voicing. I'm sure there's a mini pink taco called something similar.
I'm not touching that one. I'm not touching that one. Thank you very much.
You clearly didn't play guitar in the 70s then.
You didn't release a new Rolling Stones song either.
Fucking hell. Yeah, that was a
re-release.
Yeah, that was a 60s song, but
apparently it's a traditional. So I was reading up on it. It's a traditional song that they covered in the 60s because of the controversial lyrics.
And now they decided 2023.
And they decided 2023 is the time to bring it back.
Yeah, it's aged like fucking milk, hasn't it? Jesus Christ. Yeah, just
that's a polite way of putting it.
As a little bit of context for that. I've not got the lyrics up. Has anyone Can anyone give us?
I can give you. I've still got that screenshot. So I can see that you're 15 years old. No, I don't want your ID. And I can see that you're so far from home, but it's no hanging matter. It's no capital crime. Oh yeah, you're a strange stray cat. Oh yeah, don't scratch me like that. Oh yeah, you're a strange stray cat. I bet your mama don't hear you scream like that.
Well, I'm going to stop you there, Rolling Stones. It is a crime. It definitely fucking is a crime.
Yeah. There are many crimes. And like earlier on, it's like hearing a foot's coming up the stairs whilst you're in your bedroom. And yeah, it's not a song to recover in. So they released it in like 68. Then they covered, like re-recorded it in like 2016. Have hung on to that re-recording, and it's just been on an album, and now they've released it as a single in 2023. I don't get it.
Yeah. Rolling Stone.
Maybe they've all got dementia.
I think
they're in that age bracket. Let's be honest.
They want to like set fire to the Rolling Stones as a like final hurrah, kind of, and burn it to the ground and like let no one have it anymore, kind of thing.
Hilariously, and I know we don't talk about football here, but the Barcelona are playing Real Madrid at the weekend, and because Barcelona sponsors our Spotify, for a special kit, instead of using the Spotify logo, they're using the Rolling Stones logo this weekend on their kit.
Okay.
Well,
an interesting weekend to pick. Immediately following this.
Poor bastards. I mean, Spanish football, there's never been any controversy around that, has there? Not even once.
No. It's also, I'll point out that the head of the Barcelona club is being investigated for fraud in the same week.
Okay. Why not, eh? Why not?
Good week for Barcelona.
Shit, man. Like, it's all going down. Right, let's talk about something that we've been up to this week, because I'm getting that itch, that like personal. We need to like scratch our egos a little bit. So who wants to go first? What are we saying?
Go on, you go first.
Because I've not got much, so I'll go first. So we talked about me having a gig at the weekend on the last podcast. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. We had some medical emergency in the family, so we didn't do the gig. And we managed to get a DJ to cover though, so it's like the event went ahead, which is kind of what it's about, because it was a charity do. Yeah. Which means that I didn't actually get to hear the PT cranked at the weekend like I hoped, but I did manage to get a practice in last night. So I have now finally heard it at a band volume, and fucking hell, it's incredible. Like, just smile on your face straight away.
Yeah.
We were going through songs that we've recently learned, and obviously we've basically recently learned these songs, then not seen each other for 2 months.
Yeah.
So, when you vaguely remember that you play that song, but you haven't played it in a while. So we were like going through stuff like that. And yeah, we started with Smoke on the Water, which we've thrown in on a whim because we were chugging away and somebody played the riff. I think Logan played the riff, and then everyone else kind of joined in, and we went, right, fine, we're doing this. Yeah. And it got to the solo, and as it was getting to the solo, I was like, I haven't got a fucking clue where I'm going. I know roughly what key it's in, I think.
Yeah. I mean, and just kind of like weird, doesn't it? It starts off like C minor pentatonic or something.
Well, it starts off in a D minor pentatonic, or at least it's in the D pentatonic space.
Yeah.
But moves very quickly, and I was just like, right, I'm just going to fucking wing it. So I kicked in the Antares to put a little bit more gain on, and just the sound of the guitar, like I say, it'd been good for the rhythm section, but just kicking it in, I was just on the bridge single coil and just smile on my face straight away. It didn't matter that I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And everyone said afterwards, that sounds great. Gonna have to use that. And I was like, yeah.
And that's the plan.
Yeah. But yeah, and it was just like kind of went from there.
Yeah.
The push pull part to bring in I can't I always say in phase and out of phase, and that's not what it is to turn it into a humbucker, is it? It's
series,
parallel and series.
Yeah.
So the whichever is it parallel, normal, and series when it's a humbucker, or the other way around, whatever way.
Series is normal, isn't it? And then parallel.
I think series is normal and parallel. Yeah. So flicked it into parallel for a couple of songs just to hear what it's like as a quote unquote humbucker.
Yeah.
And it definitely is good enough for me to use that guitar as a single guitar for a gig, which is epic because the place that we play on Saturday is fucking tiny. And I can leave a guitar in a case where it's not going to get, like, even if it gets knocked over, it's going to survive. Whereas when you do those gigs and you kind of like, you've got it on a stand, but you know that like the stand is as likely to get knocked over as the guitar is. It's always a bit of a worry when you're swapping between the Les Paul and the Strat. So I'll do a full gig and plan not to swap guitars on Saturday and see how that goes.
Yeah, can't wait to hear back on that one. Because like band practice is one thing, but then gigging is the ultimate test, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's so band practice. I've got my Origin set up where we practice, so I've heard it through the Origin 20, which is the cheapest of my amps.
Oh,
so the weekend it'll be through my AC15 because I built the board with the hotcake. Because I've actually got some other new.
Yeah, carry on.
So I also have. So did I speak about the split board?
You did,
with you guys, or was it on the podcast last week?
No, you spoke about it on the podcast.
We spoke it last week.
So Josh messaged me and said, "Oh, I've been speaking to Marcus, and he is up for doing it if like as a one-off for you. So he's not bringing back the customs anytime soon, from what I can see, but he's willing to have a conversation with you." So I spoke to him for like an hour and a half the other night, back and forth on Instagram, and he's going to basically create me 3 mini boards, one which will have a bit for the other 2 to plug into, so that I can swap the 2 out. So I'm just finalising the details on that, but I'll have that, which means I can have the 2 built boards that I was talking about, so that I can have like my modulation, reverb, and delay static, and it doesn't matter what amp I'm taking. I can just drop the front off, throw another front on, and move between the Pure Tone, the SV20, and the Vox, which will be epic. But I've gone for the Vox for now. I'll use that till Christmas. Then once I get this, I can then start playing with all of them.
Nice. Yes, I'm down for that. And being a Marcus board as well, it's gonna be banging.
Yeah, top quality stuff. Which is like the other thing. Like I can do it myself.
Yeah,
I'd have to buy all the equipment to build it, which means like, okay, paying for a board for Marcus, and actually, like, I don't think it's uncompetitive compared to like a Pedals Rain or anything, which is, you know, it's stellar work for the kind of boards that he puts out. But I would probably spend the same because I'd have to buy the tools to build the board that I would do it, and I would do it in a far worse way because I'm not as skilled a person as he is. So yeah.
And you'd use those tools once, and then that would be it.
I offer a 10% finder's fee.
Have you seen Marcus boards before? You've not got one.
Not in person. I've seen a lot of like photos of them. Obviously, there's a lot of people. In fact, I have seen them in person because I went to the guitar show.
Yeah,
and fucking 3/4 of the people had. Yeah. 3/4 of the people there had them. So yes, I have seen them in person, but obviously not paid too much attention because you're more looking at the products that are on them.
Yeah.
When you're at the guitar show, but
they are fucking everywhere. His boards,
and that's testament, though, isn't it? It's a testament to the quality of it, because they would either need to be like the best at what they are doing, or so cheap that it would make like you wouldn't care if it was like half good. But like his stuff is actually like really reasonably priced, but the fact that everyone's got them, basically, it's pointing towards their fucking solid quality. Because I've got a shitload of it. I've got more than I need of the Marcus stuff, but he's bought out like colours that I've been like, I want one of them. So
you've got my custom finish.
I've got that one's up there. I've got 2 vert boards as well, and I've got a single vert deluxe, which is on. That's the one that gets used for the no torque tone.
I've got my big master board that I had set up when I was doing all the Paramore stuff, which he did me for like such a ridiculously cheap price. It was stupid. And then I've got a custom vert that he made for the Quad Cortex.
Like it's like I've got an evolution of the boards. I've got one without the shelf. I've got one with the shelf, and then like the one with that's a single pedal with the shelf, but shorter, so that like top mounted jacks still work on it. And like they're just perfect. They're absolutely ideal for it.
Yeah. And mine will be ever so slightly different because my understanding is he always wraps the woolen part of the Velcro around his rails. Yeah. But obviously I don't use Velcro. Yeah. And I was like, look, I like all of my pedals have got 3M on it. And if I put that on the board, I'll never be able to change my board without basically cutting them off. And he was like, yeah, it's fine. We'll put 3M on instead. It just won't get wrapped around because obviously it's less flexible because it is just plastic.
Yeah.
So it'll be ever so slightly different to anything else that I've seen of any. Like I say, all of his boards kind of have that wrapped Velcro look, but just for practicality for me, yeah, I've asked him to put and he's absolutely fine to do that. And like I say, really reasonable price. He's worked out the best way to have the latching without, like, because I was saying like put some sort of like latches on the outside to keep the boards together when you're using it.
Yeah.
But he's come up with a way of doing it so that it doesn't look terrible from the outside, so that like it looks completely smooth and clean from the outside, and it'll be done. Yeah, which is just
that's preferable,
testament to his work. Yeah. It'll just look so much better, and also like it'll look better for him when he's building it, and if he wants to put it on Instagram and anything, he won't have this horrible. Because I was like, yeah, I don't know, put fly catches on the outside, or like catches, or like any kind of catch just to stop them splitting. He's like, I'll come up with a better solution than
that. Yeah, let the man do his work. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but look, big shout out to Marcus Deluxe. Just like, mind you, if you want something from Marcus Deluxe, you can't get one.
Yeah, I mean, like he's still building the standard stuff, and it's going out to like James Homertone and
break the machine. Have some stuff as well, don't they? So,
and if you really want something, and you're in the UK, hit him up with an idea, and he might think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's interesting,
or
I think
get me to do it to start the conversation.
Get Josh to have a conversation with him and go, oh, I know this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? Like, he doesn't want to be like knocking out the same thing again and again and again for one-offs when he can send them out to these retailers.
I think the feeling I got as well was like he started getting massive international orders, which is great, but like it's a pain in the ass with all the customs and all of the other kind of things that come along with international ship, like wider international shipping. I know technically the Isle of Man is international shipping, but like there's no customs, and we use the same fucking 12 companies you guys have got. So
yeah,
like it's not actually international shipping really. It's just it has to go on a boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm on a boat.
Boats
are going fast.
Right, so let's talk some more news. I reckon we talk EHX because they are the company that keeps on giving. And the last time we spoke about them, we weren't so enthusiastic about their Pico series.
They're stupid mini pedals.
Yeah,
that are twice the price of their normal pedal.
Yeah, so they're back on track now. So they've released the Spruce Goose, which for me it was a Simpsons joke, but the Spruce Moose. Apparently, it's an actual thing. So it's based on like an airship, which was called like the Airbus because it was such a massive ship. The graphic on the front has got the picture of the ship, and it looks really cool. It's got this kind of like 1930s vibe to it. But less about what it looks like. It's a blues breaker. So Marshall blues breaker style pedal, but with like added stuff. So it's 4 knobs and a toggle, which your standard blues breaker is a 3-knob pedal.
Yep.
So what the fuck is going on there? It's
Is the Bruise Breaker the one you have to crank the bollocks out of the volume to get any sound out of it as well? Is that
yes, yeah, the original ones, yeah.
Fucking hate that about that pedal. Absolutely hate that. I don't want to have my volume at max on my pedal to be able to hear it.
I don't care too much.
The functionality of that nonsense.
I mean, if it's reaching Unity, I don't care where Unity is. It doesn't matter if it's 12 o'clock or wherever.
Yeah, but you can't use it as a like. If you wanted two sounds and have that as your lead sound, you can't, can you?
No, you can't. So we've got volume gain, which you'd expect, bass and treble. So, like very much along the lines of the Bad Monkey and the Screaming Blues, what they did for the Tube Screamer and the BD2. This is doing for the Marshall Blues Breaker, which is fantastic. It's also got a lift control, which apparently does something with the clipping. So 3 levels of input gain. Works as an input boost. So you're not going to get the issues that you get with the Blues Breaker. So it's not necessarily clipping, but pushing the front end harder, which will give you some drive, but it's not like changing clipping diodes. It's a bit more involved than that. Yeah. Apparently the bass is active as well, so it's not just a bass cut, but it's
you can add bass in to fill out the bottom end if you don't like the vintagey sounding of the Blues Breaker.
And this is potentially the best thing about it. The thing that we love, like we have grown to love about the Spark Mini, is the momentary latching mode on it. This has that. So if you want to use it to as a momentary boost, because it does have the lift control, you can actually use it as a boost.
So is it a non-latching foot switch then? And if you hold it down, it won't turn on. It'll just be it won't hold, so it'll just be whilst your foot is on it. Then when you take it off, it's off. Or you can just jab it like you normally would, and it would turn it on.
Yep, absolutely that. Yeah, so cool. It works like the Spark, which is something I think that a lot of pedals could do with having. I think more pedal, like especially overdrive and boost, should all do that. And not necessarily distortion or like fuzz.
I disagree. I would, because I'm so used to, if I want a pedal to be on, clicking it on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to, or I wouldn't use the feature. However, the other guitarist in the band that I've been in for 13, 14 years, whatever it is, used a Spark Mini, and literally for his solos, he will stand on the Spark Mini and then bring his foot off it. And anytime he accidentally turns it on, he has to, he's working out what the hell's wrong with this sound.
Yeah.
Like if he's accidentally left it on and his foot's not on that pedal and it's on, he finds that a bit weird. But it's different spokes for different folks. I think definitely if something can be used as a boost in terms of whether it's a tube screamer, whether it is a that kind of overdrive that you can use to push your main sound and turn it into a lead sound. Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a reason for it there. If it's going to be like you say, like a distortion pedal that you just either have on or off.
Yeah.
It's not really needed, but I suppose I see it for boost and for overdrive.
Yeah, just thinking back, Guthrie Govan used to have basically that, but on a button on his guitar. So he'd have the guitar where he'd set the volume to like 6 or 7, where it's just kind of gently pushing the signal, and then he'd have the blower switch where he'd hit it and it'd be like full whack. The volume and the tone would be out the circuit. So you just get straight to the humbucker. So there's a need for it. And this is allowing you to do that via foot control rather than on a switch, because I wouldn't get along with it with a switch. I know I'd end up leaving it on and go, why is my guitar not working? The neck pickup sounds like a bridge pickup. Yeah, I'd be doing exactly what your guitarist does with the Spark Mini, but at my guitar, just But so this is EHX back on form. This is very good. So $129 as well. So roughly about 100 quid. It's not bad, is it? Like, considering the Marshall reissues, I don't even know how much they were. Blues Breaker reissue. Let's have a look. Ooh, Andertons have got them in stock. 169. Nice. But that's literally like a vintage recreation of the original one. So it will be quiet. It's in a massive box. And yeah, like it's more expensive, like almost an extra 2/3 on top of what the AHX would cost. So yeah, I think it's a win, isn't it? It all depends on how good it sounds. But having an active bass control and a treble control and the ability to push the input is pretty decent. Right, I reckon I'm gonna hog the limelight a little bit now and talk about what I've done, or what I will do, because I've got a video coming up. I'll talk about the stuff that I did last week on the Budget Pedal Chap channel. There's a pedal that you were quite interested in, Josh, that, like, as of this recording, you've not heard yet, but when this is out, you will have heard and you will love. It is the DemonFX Gravity, which is based on the Nordvang Gravity. It's another one of those where DemonFX are flying very close to the sun in terms of copyright
radar.
Yeah, but it's called the Gravity, and it's basically John Mayer in a pedal. So you've got two sides of the pedal. You've got a Clon Centaur style one, and you've got a TS10 voiced screamer. So like those two in and of themselves.
Sign me up.
Yeah, I mean, John Mayer stacks them to get his. Like, he uses one or the other, or stacks them, and then gets like rhythm tones or like lead tones.
He does plug them into a Dumble, though, doesn't he?
He does. I don't think that's an option.
No,
on this
he
pedal.
runs 3 amps, I think, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's probably 3 Dumbles, isn't it? Or like,
I mean,
three amps that cost more than most people will ever earn in their entire life.
Yeah, it's probably cost more than the fucking house that I'm going to buy next year.
Yeah, I mean, like, even if you just take those two pedals, like the TS10 has gone up ridiculously since John Mayer started using them. So you're talking like 200 quid for one of those. You're talking $3,000 for a Clon.
At least.
You're already more expensive than my van.
Yeah. I mean, the 200 quid for the TS10 is kind of just on par with what I'm driving at the moment. So,
after that fateful afternoon in the summer.
Yeah, fuck me. Where my hydraulic clutch just decided to shit itself. Just pissed hydraulic fluid all over over the floor. And in a case of, yep, that car's fucked now. Yeah, so the DemonFX Gravity are currently being sold through Affordable for 60 quid, which you'd probably, like, it probably cost that to buy a Tube Screamer clone and a Clon. Whereas these are like the specific ones. And the Clon has got clipping options. So you've got germanium clipping a la the standard Clon. And then you've got Schottky diodes, which are like smoother and lower gain than the germanium ones, which is weird because germanium tends to be quite smooth and low gain anyway. I
was going to say the lower gain, smoother sound compared to, say, silicon.
Yeah, but the like the Schottkys are like an even softer and less gainy response. So again, really good for that kind of bluesy playing. I've got to say the Clon in this pedal reminds me the most of an actual Clon, because usually Clon clones are a lot brighter than the Clon itself, whereas this is like it starts in a kind of warm place and then you crank the treble up if you want that kind of presence push. this does that. So it reminds me of a clon, which is really cool. And the TS10, I mean, it's a tube screamer, isn't it? Like, we can put whatever number we want in front of TS or whatever. It's
or behind.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. But it's also got the toggle switch on that side has got like bass response, so you can like flatten it out a bit more in terms of the EQ rather than having like a more mid-humpy thing. And then you can switch them both on, and there's a toggle switch that does the order as well. There's one thing that I did not do on the demo, mainly because I don't have the facility to do it. But apparently, this DemonFX has TRS jacks, which allows you to run the pedals independently. So you could run both of those pedals independently. So you could theoretically have something in between them. You could have like pedals running in between them, or you could run them wherever you wanted within it.
So you have a TRS in, and you plug a guitar into the input and the amp into the output, and then plug a pedal into the other two dangly bits, and have a loop in between the clon and the 10?
Yeah, potentially. I don't know, because I don't have the facility to do it. I didn't try it out, but it's like I was reading up on the badly written thing. It did say TRS, so I assume it allows you to do that, which is kind of cool.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'd expect a TRS on like a delay pedal to turn it into stereo as opposed to that, but
yeah, me too. Yeah, but you know what? You do you, DemonFX. You do you. I imagine it's probably because the Nordvang does that, and they thought, you know what? Why the fuck not?
I've got one TRS cable, like TRS Y splitter, which is for my Hayden, because that's got an effects loop, but it's only got one input, and you have to plug in the TRS cable in to use it. And it's like all of the things just go into one, then it's in and out on the TRS. But
yeah,
I haven't got two to send you, so I couldn't even help you with that.
No, and by which point I'll have sent it back to our chap at Affordable anyway, because he sends them out. I do demos on them, and I'll send them back to him, which is really cool. He's keeping my channel in content, which is amazing. So thanks. It does mean that I get to try all of these awesome DemonFX and like Mosky and Caline and all this stuff as well, which is cool. So I like to keep ahead of the curve on these like new releases, and like we are truly living in the golden age of like guitar pedals.
Absolutely.
Like
are we not past the golden age where there's like so much choice that it's a real struggle now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're definitely there.
I think I was I think I started building pedal boards about 8 years ago, and I think that was the golden age for building your first pedal board, because there wasn't so much out there that you had option paralysis in what to buy, but there was enough that you could have whatever you wanted. And now it means that now I'm in the golden age of I can pick and choose whatever comes out and not have to like sift through all the like things to work out how to start my first pedal board. I think if I was trying to build a pedal board now, after like say I'd been playing for 3 years and I had a multi-effects and now I wanted to, I mean, if you Google or if you go to Toman and type in chorus pedal, it'll bring you 300 results up. How the fuck are you gonna like?
It says, would you like to narrow down your results?
And then you filter it down to like, I want it between 40 and 60 quid, and there's like 35 of them, and you're like, oh fucking hell.
I think on the one hand, there's so much competition in that low end of the market that the quality, like you're not getting duds within. Because like the old Moore pedals, some of them would be great, and then some would be like, they're okay. Like they'd still do the sound, but it was like, this is not the perfect whatever tone. But because there's so much competition, a lot of those pedals are now refined to a point where they're actually all pretty fucking good. Yeah. But on the other side, it would be an absolute clusterfuck if you were starting from scratch now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd go, fuck it. I'm doing multi
I'll
effects.
buy Helix.
I don't need effects. I'm going straight into the amp. Yeah, I don't care what chorus sounds like. This is my pedal. It's a 6-foot cable. That's it. Yeah, so I've done that, and then what we'll be releasing tomorrow is the video on the TC Electronics Jims 800.
Cool.
Which, yeah, I liked more than I thought I would, because it's high gain, and I'm not high gain. We know this. We know where I sit within the spectrum. I mean, we know that I sit on the spectrum. we know where I sit within the spectrum of kind of guitar playing, and it's very much lower gain blues, that kind of thing. It's
we're talking about that spectrum.
Yeah, yeah. Not the other one, the big rainbow of special needs. Yeah. So I went into it knowing that was the one out of the 3 pedals within the high gain that I would most likely get along with. But it still weren't something that I was particularly excited about, because it's not a... Yeah, I don't play high gain. But what it's done for me is I've been doing a lot of research over the past couple of weeks, where I've just been listening to metal. Been listening to the type of metal that I used to listen to when I was a teenager. And it fucking slaps. I've fell in love with metal again. So I've been listening to Iron Maiden and Slayer and Judas Priest, and just loving the tones. But so I used the Jims 800 to nail a couple of those tones. You're going to have to wait to hear what they are, but I can guarantee you that there's some good stuff in there. I did the trick that I did with the DC 30 on the firmware one, where I ran it in stereo with the Impulse. I run the Vintage 30 as well as the G12 Heritage or whatever it was, and
is that really the?
I can't remember.
I assume, thinking about it, that's probably what's in every Marshall of that ilk.
I've got the I've got the tab up on my internet browser. I could tell you exactly what it's like. Yeah. Funnily enough, I've been looking at the specifications quite a lot recently. Let's have a look. Celestion G12 65. There you go. So just like the Ingve speaker, basically. I mean, it sounds fine. It's a bit dark, so that's a bit dark. The Vintage 30 is a bit bright. You mix them together, it sounds fantastic. I've also run it with a tube screamer in the front, because when the fuck don't you do that with high gain amps? And then gone through all of the stuff, and I've showed off the firmware update as well. So it's a really, really fully featured video. If you were ever thinking of going for the Jims 800, this video will show you if you want it or not. It's I tried to cover as much as possible as I could in it. And like I say, it's not the tones from it are not something that I thought I would like. But I might actually start using JCM 800 tone patches within my modelers a bit more now, because I really dug the sound. So, yeah,
cool.
Turns out high gain Marshall's quite good. Who'd have thought? Yeah. So, that'll be out tomorrow. Please watch it, because it's taken me 3 weeks basically to record that. Along with the research of basically every drive to work, I've listened to 1 or 2 podcasts and then went, yeah, I get to do the metal thing again. And listening to Iron Maiden's back catalogue and Judas Priest and Slayer and fucking Black Sabbath went on as well. They weren't JCM 800s, but I was just like, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah, you're in that headspace now.
Yeah. It's really good. Really good. It turns out metal's quite good. You're on something there, Josh.
Funny that, and there's a reason that you got me here to convert you all to the good side.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, I'm not going to deny my blues dad ways because
that's where you live and breathe.
Yeah. But every so often, I'm going to chug a chug. I think I do need to because I'm out of practice, basically. I can't gallop like I used to gallop.
Leave that to me.
Yeah, you do that. You do that. Right, let's have a chat about, do we want to go Caline bread or do we want to go hot one?
Well, I was going to say talking about metal is a really nice segue for me, but if you want to talk about them, you knock yourself out.
You know what? No, fuck it. Metal time. It's metal time, Josh. Go for it.
It is metal time, Josh, and I have a new guitar, which I don't get to say very often, and he says after having God knows how many new guitars in the last couple of years. However, I have now broken my 7-string guitar virginity, and I received, literally, I received my Chapman 7-string guitar, which I've got lovely on, thanks to Dan at Chapman Guitars. It's on loan to me at the moment for some pedal boards of doing videos.
Yeah.
So most of I got it yesterday, and I did the initial thing of, all right, let's break down the box. Oh, wait, no, wait, I need to send this one back.
Standing there with like bits of box. Shit, what have I done?
Yeah. So I made sure that I didn't do that. It's been a very weird adjustment to it, and it's not for the reason that I expected. I thought it was going to be that extra low string, it depends on which way you look at it. I thought it was going to be the extra low string that was going to throw me off.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's actually the higher strings and kind of like that middle portion that I'm finding throws me off.
Are you getting lost in the center a little bit more?
Yeah, you go to just especially, if you do this, typical octave shapes, you're actually, hold on a second, where do I need to go for this? And it feels, you look at it and it just feels really out of place because you're doing an octave, but then you've got 3 strings above you rather than 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of is this right? But I'm actually starting to really enjoy it already. Yeah. I came home from work and literally I was just picked it up and had another quick noodle and whatnot. And I'm slowly getting used to it. It's just finding the way that the chord shapes differ this now. Because obviously, you've got your traditional minor, shape power chords and things like that. But then it's kind of then working out, sometimes with the G string, it's always the G string. It's if you're going into a drop tuning, I was trying different tunings to get it right. On a drop tuning, the G string sounds kind of out in the typical place you would have your hands or your fingers. So you kind of go to change it up a semitone down a semitone, sorry. And then that feels normal, but then obviously if you go up to a standard tuning, then it feels out of place. It's just getting used to that. But the wide neck was unfamiliar at first.
Yeah.
That was very odd. But I got used to that quite quickly. And I am really enjoying it. And you're not getting this guitar back.
Yeah, you're going to have to part with some pennies. Yeah, so
specs-wise,
I was just about to say that, actually. You talked to us about the specs, and the specs seemed fucking incredible.
Yeah, so this guitar at the moment you can get for $879. So
Really?
for that, you're getting Seymour Duncan, Sentient Pegasus pickups, 5-way toggle with your split, Casca, Ebony fretboard, Lumin Lay, side dots, hip shot locking tuners, bait maple neck, and the like it's recessed as well, so you've got a bit more access for the dusty end if you want to go down there. But it's really, really comfortable to play, and with the extra neck size, and I guess the body has to be slightly bigger as well just to cater for the width.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel any heavier than a normal guitar.
Did you mention that it had stainless steel frets on this one as well?
Yes, it has got stainless steel frets, and all that for under $1,000 is a bit of a steal, I think.
Yeah, it's like all of those specs are something that you don't tend to find. Like,
yeah,
unless you're looking obviously like Harley Benton.
Yeah, which is very, very different kind of kettle of fish in terms of guitar, isn't it?
Yeah, but like you're not getting the Duncan pickups. You're not getting like branded hip shot tuners. Yeah. So
you're also it's a cheaper name brand, isn't it? Like your resale value is going to be different if you were to ever resell it. That kind of
absolutely.
thing.
Yeah, so I mean, that's good, like absolutely value for money, right there.
I would strongly recommend one if people, say if you're already quite familiar with the 7-string, which I feel like the majority of our listeners probably aren't going to be. Let's be honest.
What gives you that idea, Josh?
But it's for the price, it's really, really good. I mean, I would say that if I choose to go out and buy a 7-string after this, I'm going to be relatively quite spoiled because I'm going to be kind of going down spec slightly. Where I think I would be looking, for the amount that I would play it and what I would play on the guitar, I am looking realistically at Harley Benton or the low end Jackson, Ibanez, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, like it's been spoiled in that way with having a nice spec, but at least, I've not put myself in the boat yet where I've bought this guitar, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like this extra 5 notes or, scale length or what have you.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of know what the benchmark is for like how it should feel.
Yeah. And I'm kind of, getting familiarized with, how it would actually be to live with, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see the videos that you put out on this because I think we're going to get some big Joshy smiles on this.
Well, at the moment, what I've literally kind of been doing, this is a little, sneaky peek as to how some of the videos are going to go. Like yesterday, when I got home, I literally just opened it out of the box, put it on my lap, plugged the guitar in. Okay, let's just capture what happens, so to speak.
Yeah, first impressions, kind of.
Yeah, like day, it'll be like a day 1, day 2, day 3, or whatever. Then hopefully by the end, you'll see me absolutely going nuts on it.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Yeah, that sounds like a really good, like a really interesting way of framing that video. Because I think that's
secondly in the metal gone.
Yeah, I think that's what people will be thinking in terms of like, if they're 7-string curious, like what will their journey look like?
Well, that's it, because I think the majority of the people that are going to be looking at this style of video are going to be me going, do I buy a 7-string? What's it actually going to be like? What's the adjustment period going to be like? Getting into, like you say, that mindset. So I feel like, it's going to be quite beneficial for some people.
Yeah. yeah, if you're showing the journey that they could be treading.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I like it. I've just seen the time. It doesn't look like we're going to get through to doing those 2 bits of news. Oh, no.
Where did all the time go?
Tempest Fugit, my man. Tempest Fugit. It's, yeah, like these podcasts are absolutely great fun. I love doing them. Shall we do the hot one? Because I don't think it's necessarily a big bit of news, and we'll end on that.
I was going to say, I think we can cover it off because it's just a generational update, isn't it, really, as opposed to a brand new product.
Yeah, so the Hotone Ampero has basically gone through 2 stages. There was the Ampero 1, and now they're within the Ampero 2 stage. They've already released 2 products within that kind of range. The Ampero 2, which is their standard, I think it's like 3-button, almost like the Helix LT, if you'd think about it in terms of like that progression.
You should know because you have one.
I've got a stomp. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've got an HX stomp. I've also got an Ampero stomp. That's so in terms of like processing power, that's more like a small version of the Ampero 1. So it's slightly stripped back. I think it's got a few of the models from the Ampero 2, but it's like the processing power is more in line with the older series than it is with the newer series. So we've basically got that. We've got a mini version, the Ampero Stomp, which is their version of the HX Stomp. We've got the Ampero 2, which is the LT. Now they've released the Ampero 2 Stage, which is an 8-button large unit, which is like their full-featured version, basically.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in terms of like processing and like amp models, it's not really much different from the standard Ampero 2. The I/O on it is absolutely fantastic, though. I can't even remember what it's got on it, but I remember it being just so like incredibly fully featured. Let's just have a look on this one. So we've got input jack mono, and then we've got a XLR and jack input. So you could have like stereo input. You've got a stereo effects loop, unbalanced out and a balanced out. You've got aux in and phones in 3.5mm jack. You've also got MIDI in and through via TRS 3.5mm. And then you've got expression and control switches. You've got 2 of those as well. So it's like, it almost looks like the back of what you'd see on like a GT Core. It's not a GT Core, like a GT 1000 or a Helix. You've got 8. So there are 5 buttons at the bottom, but then you've also got a bank up and bank down. You tap both of them for tuner or hold them for the looper. And then there's a patch foot switch as well. So all together, those it's 8 different controls which are fully customizable, which is quite incredible. It also does so you got like scene mode as well as like stomp mode as well. So very much competing with those higher price units.
You've missed the biggest feature on the input output at the back. It's a USB-C, not a mini. It's in the 21st century.
I mean, that is well worth them being part of this conversation already, isn't it?
Yeah, it's living in the real world as opposed to having one of them fucking mini or micro USBs on the back, like so many companies are still using. Like, it's insane.
I mean, the Helix uses the big, fat, chunky square USB.
Oh, the USB-B.
Yeah, look, printer USB.
Yeah,
like what the Quad Cortex uses.
Does that B as well?
Yes.
I respect that more than going for mini USB.
Yeah.
because
at least it's still a functional one. Like, you know, and there's a it's a bit chunkier. It's less likely to damage if you stand on it. Whereas like USB Mini and Micro were basically made of paper, and if you touch them in the wrong way, they snap.
Yeah, and they're now obsolete for a reason.
Yeah,
like they were trialed for a couple of years, and then people went, "These are shit," and then they created USB-C, and everything was good. But people are reluctant to. It's like the metric system, isn't it? Where like we created a system where everything is divisible by 10. It's nice and simple. And then certain countries, not pointing any fingers or naming any names, America, just went, yep, we'd rather.
I mean, you say that, but Britain is in a hybrid system, which is arguably as bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, if you ever look at how tyres are measured, fuck me. Yeah, you get like millimeters, inches, and percentage of radius or something.
Yeah. And fucking, yeah. And you've got to plug it up to 30 bar, which is an atmosphere rather than sort of any kind of unit of air pressure.
PSI, yeah. Which again is like pounds per square inch, not
yes.
Yeah.
And like I used to work in a company that was talking about horse racing, and they still fucking measure things in things like furlongs and yards, and it's just like, okay, so it's fine there, but then on the roads it's miles, and then if you're doing your stopping distances, it's meters.
Yeah, you're going at 60 mile an hour, but how many meters stopping distance? Like, what the fuck?
So I'll just do that conversion in my head, shall I?
Yeah. Yeah, by the time I've worked it out, I've already crashed into them. Yeah, I think we should scrap it all and start with a new system that everybody uses. Everyone does that.
I mean, like, that is just the metric system, though, isn't it? Surely we just everybody moves to that.
Yeah, but we're pretty fucking reluctant to do that, aren't we?
I think it's because it's the French that came up with the metric system. I think that's why nobody wants to go to the metric system.
Of course, it's French.
Yeah.
Like who's the nation that can bring this all together? Like Switzerland, they've not offended anyone. Let's all use the Swiss system.
Yeah, I mean,
chocolates per square. That's Belgium, isn't it? I don't know what's
no, Swiss have chocolate as well, and watches, and Nazi gold.
Okay, we're going to ignore the Nazi gold, but we're going to work in chocolates per square watch, and that will be the system from now on. And we're all good. We're all good. It can be all divisible by 10. Fantastic. Right, I think we've devolved into silliness. The Ampero
yes, we've just after 322 episodes, right at the end of it, we've now devolved into silliness.
No, I'm saying that it's a natural kind of natural progression into the end of the podcast. There's no price on the Ampero yet. We will keep posted on this one. It was literally only announced at the Shanghai music convention this week, so we don't know. But yeah, that's the end of our podcast. It's the end of our podcast for this week because we are talking about Nazi fucking gold. So I'm going to extend a thank you to listeners. You guys, you're amazing. Just keep up the good work. I'm extending a thank you to affordable.co.uk for sponsoring us, for making this silliness happen. And I'm going to extend a super special sexy thank you to our Patreon backers who are just the best. They're so cool. And for as little as $2 a month, yes, $2. What even is $2? We're not getting into that fucking currency conversion. Fuck.
$2 is one Nazi gold.
It's definitely
definitely not.
Yes, about what 180th of a Nazi gold. But yes,
£1.65.
So our Patreon backers are cool people. As little as $2 a month, you can be part of that crew. One more, and we get our nipples out. That will mean nothing to. Look, if this is your first episode, I'm so sorry. Yeah, So our Patreon backers are as follows. We've got Mr. Andrew. No, we haven't. We've got Adam Yeomans of Chef JSA. We've got Mr. Andrew Bimson of The Rising of the Lights. We've got Mr. Hugh Erection, Mo Coxon, and Gary Goldencock, the trifecta of Erector. They are, I think they're a wrestling team.
Erector, that always makes me laugh.
We've got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups. We have got Mr. Brian Gurr of the Tone Jokes podcast, the Second Bug podcast, and Off the Rails podcast. We've got Mr. Diabetes Foot, and we've got Mr. Jason Wharton of Pedal Buds of Doom and Jason Wharton on YouTube. I think it is just Jason Wharton. It might be Jason Wharton Music. I'm subscribed.
It's just Jason Wharton.
Might be. Yeah, you'll find him. Just search for the Tom DeLonge Strat, and his video will be up there, like one of the top ones.
It is just Jason Wharton.
There you go. The more you know. So yeah, if you want to catch me online, you find me at BudgetPedalChap, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Thirst Trap threads / BudgetPedalChap. My gosh, it's getting worse. I tell you, it's getting worse. YouTube, of course, is the home to the No Talk or Tone series, which this week features the DemonFX Gravity. Josh, where can we find you?
You can find me at the Corona Mortis on Instagram. You can also find me running the Pedalboards of Doom Instagram page, and you can find me on YouTube at Josh Castle TCM.
Yeah, and Matt.
I am at heel_MattQ on Twitter, which is now X, which nobody really knows what it is. Like, everyone's just calling it Twitter, so it's still Twitter in my head. And it's not quite dead, but it's people leaving in vast droves at this point. Or Instagram and Threads, heel_MattQ as well. Or just in the Facebook group is probably the easiest place.
Yeah.
Join Bimsman sharing some memes in there. Or
yeah, Bimsman's been on fire this week, hasn't he? He's been doing some work in the Fret Talk podcast group.
Yep.
Good man. So yeah, from myself, Mr. BudgetPedalChap, from oh my gosh, it is Josh, and from Mr. Matt Quine. Say bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Ooh, it will be a tatty bye, and good night for this week.
Bye.
Bye.
Whenever my wife is upset, I let her colour in my black and white tattoos. She just really needs a shoulder to cry on.
Oh dear.